All right, pre-show shenanigans, Grant. Happy 4th of July to everybody. This is our
Yes.
honorary 4th of July episode of the year. It will be coming out on the 4th of July.
Yeah,
See, we
I
just kind of
real
time
quick,
things. Just kind of
I
time things.
we don't like giving ourselves credit, but we're about to give ourselves a lot of credit. We don't miss pod. We do not miss
We
pods
do
other
not
than
miss up.
like
Well,
specific dates where we're like,
yes, when they're meaningful episodes, they're here.
yeah,
We make it
Mardi
happen.
Gras, things happen. Very bad on us to miss the Super Bowl.
Hey, I will say the content that came out of Mardi Gras weekend itself that is being saved for special
True.
occasions, incredible.
Great point. No,
Absolutely incredible. We were on a mission, guys. Like
the
it was
opportunity cost of missing that episode, we made up for.
Yeah, no,
We made up
Kyron
for it.
Williams
And some.
alone will make up
Oh yeah.
for all of that. And hey, not everybody will understand that reference. But if you do,
I don't know.
you're a real one, and you will later if you don't. All right. But happy 4th of July to everybody. Let's make sure to not JPP ourselves and operate fireworks responsibly. All right. That's my first little slogan here. Okay. But Grant,
Okay.
we got to
Yeah,
embrace debate.
Yeah, I was about to take us on a tangent, but I didn't.
4th of July weekend, 4th of July weekend. 4th of July. I don't know why the fuck I said weekend. It is a long weekend, but 4th
of July weekend, yeah.
4th of July specifically, very big barbecue day. Family, friends, pool, lake, barbecue day. So we have to debate what is the best barbecue item and what is the best way to prepare said barbecue item. So we're talking hot dogs, brats, burgers. If you're into that vegan stuff, bean burgers, right? You're a little weird. We get it. But maybe that
hamburger no bun type of guy.
Hey, if you're like me as a kid and hamburger no bun is your option, if you do the lettuce style, all right, you got some healthy. You're in between. Little lettuce wrap,
for the onion wrapped Flying Dutchman.
Maybe you're like, maybe you are like Joey Chestnut and you're going with that impossible meat option, all right? Like there is opportunities for everybody.
Don't co-sign that one. I'll be honest.
No, it is a tragedy.
Nearly everything except
probably should have started the episode off being like, hey, funeral, like I'm doing the Hunger Games 3-finger salute to Joey Chestnut for not making it to this year's
we go live
hot dog eating contest.
Podcast goes live 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, Tuesday and Thursday, every Tuesday and Thursday. And so when this podcast is literally coming out, there's a chance that we as a collective nation will be watching a hot dog eating competition without the goat participating in it. Now, a lot of
it will be a morning ceremony, essentially.
I'm pretty sure.
It's in the eyes of an angel.
I'm positive first dog is 9 a.m. sharp.
It's hitting the mouth. It's going down.
I'm positive.
Well, hey, that is when Joey Chestnut's been in
8:53 national anthem. They got it scheduled out.
Okay, all right, but let's embrace. We got to embrace this debate. All right, best barbecue 4th of July. You can do a combo. Are we talking about the chip bags, right? Yeah. Like we can do a combo here.
So that's possible. I think when it comes to barbecue,
and I do got to stipulate baseball game items. Like you're going to a baseball game and enjoying them there, it does not count. You cannot say Dodger dog. Cannot
this
say
is another thing. Hey,
like
I'll save it for the episode when we get into it. But I was at the Dodger game.
You were
on Tuesday.
You were.
I got to experience a walk-off. It will be the only walk-off I ever experienced in my life. I got to give myself some credit. I played my part in helping.
Yeah, no, you and I will have to go over that one. But let's get to this debate. All right, I got to moderate a little bit. I think when I think of 4th of July, I'm thinking of a day of just excess eating. Okay, I want a food coma like by like 5 p.m. So quick little nap. Then the fireworks are on. Like realistically, this might just be from LA. LA doesn't stay open as late as other cities, I would say. And so I think the fireworks show in LA is it a drone show now though? There's no fireworks anymore. Is it a drone show? I
was going to get to that too. Are we now entering a period where these drone shows may replace the
it's the Midwest where I am. You have a drone out here, it's getting shot down, right? Like that's not we go fireworks.
Some places
we go fireworks.
Hold on to tradition.
Yeah, no, we have a barge in our lake that shoots fireworks off. Like it's great. It's great. We have the whole air show and then we have the fireworks show. One time, God decided to come in and he did a lightning show while we had our fireworks and the aerial show. It was cool. It was cool.
I mean, yeah, that's the trifecta you're looking for.
Well,
right
then
there,
God came in another
firework.
time and then had a hailstorm hit me while I was in my boat and I had to try. I've told you this story before, right?
Nope.
Okay, screw the whatever, the embrace debate. Yeah. Screw that. This is more important.
My answer was hot dogs.
My answer was going to be hot dogs as well. My answer was also going to be, but it had to be Nathan's. Like I had to get the certain brand in there too, depending on what they sell. So, okay. Anyways, with the normal Lay's bag, I'm going to go normal Lay's bag for the 4th of July. But
yeah, so, I'd say it's actually the only
only time it's acceptable.
The only time it's acceptable to eat plain classic Lay's
is 4th of July.
With a glizzy in hand. I'm also, for some reason, I just like, you know, with my history of In-N-Out trucks. Okay, In-N-Out trucks, you know, they don't have
very long history.
Fryers back there, so it's just burgers and like chips and sodas. And for some reason, the combination,
it's great,
double classic Lay's plain potato chips and a Dr. Pepper. I don't know why. I do not know why.
It's just classic the Lay's from that truck specifically
goes together so well.
Hey, you know, hot take for some people, but when I did get the In-N-Out truck Lay's, those things, the chips are getting dipped in ketchup. That's just me though. So
yeah, that's not a me move, but I'm not.
That is a me move. Okay, but I guess I'll quickly share this story. All right, so it was I think it was junior year of high school, so it's about 5 years ago now.
So this is Captain Everett.
This is Captain Everett. Yeah, out on the lake. All right. In my heyday, all right, I haven't gone out on the lake in probably a year and a half right now. But at this point in time, I was going out on the lake basically every day. So I took my my friends. There was probably like 8 of us out on the boat at this point in time. We're out. It's the morning of 4th of July. All right. It's kind of cloudy out. Whatever. Not thinking much of it. I checked the radar. We're fine. So we're out in the middle of the lake, and we slowly start seeing our kind of field of view, our range of view, our depth slowly fading away. Like we used to see like this just big kind of like island in the middle of the lake, and then slowly stop seeing like the back part of the island, in the middle of island kind of.
What is limiting your like?
Well, I'm getting there. So it's kind of like we're like, huh, it's fog. Then we slowly but it wasn't like this is like Pirates of the Caribbean fog. Like it's like taking it's enveloping. Yeah, it's enveloping everything. We're like, huh, that's not normal for this. So it's one's coming from this way, and then the other side of the lake, we see this giant wall kind of coming in towards us. Like same kind of deal, starting to develop everything, but it's further away. So we're seeing it actually like kind of happen a little bit more.
I have an idea of what this wall may be constructed of, but go on.
Yeah, and then you know, it's slowly getting in, and we start hearing, you know, these plops in the water, plop, 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 and we're like, huh, okay, you know, it's not that concerning, it's not that bad. Like, all right, I'm just gonna, you know, pick up the anchor, we'll go mosey on into the slip, whatever, we'll get off the boat. Within the about a minute and a half time period between me going to get the anchor, looking up, and then getting the anchor and looking back up, now we're enveloped in the fog, and it's not rain. It starts to hail, Grant. It starts to hail. It's got like 25-mile-per-hour winds hitting us in the face, coming. So you're getting slapped. Keep in mind, you're going in the boat, right? So when you start driving the boat, now it's hitting you in the face faster, okay? I can't see anything. My friends can't see anything. I'm driving the boat. I have to stand up because the whole dash, whatever, is completely covered in water, ice, whatever you can name. Yeah. Tears from my friends, all right? Like, just whatever. So, in the natural fashion of things, I immediately turned on the Pirates of the Caribbean theme song, went...
Yeah, that's your go-to.
Basically, as fast as I could without shitting my pants of concern that I'm going to die.
I have a feeling you enjoyed it to a slight degree.
I did enjoy it to a certain extent. It was horrible kind of in the moment, but like the adrenaline rush you kind of got was great.
Exhilarating.
But I floored it as fast as I could out of there. We're getting pelted by hail, listening to the Pirates of the Caribbean song, finally kind of get away from the hail, still can't see anything. I'm like, I have no idea where we are. Eventually made it into the slip, and it then just turned sunny, and we're all just sitting there like, we're good. We're not going out the rest of the day. Like, I'm good. I went home, family's like, hey, you want to go back on the boat? I'm like, no, I'm good. I'm good for the day, actually.
Yeah, no, I think that's gonna wrap up the boat experience.
But that was the short tale of that. Video doesn't more justice, but I'm not gonna
be honest. I don't have any hail stories myself, being from LA. But
well, you have a snow story from the other year,
literally.
but
yeah. Well, I guess there was actually one day this year at USC where there was some hail, and it was the most astonishing day of my life on campus. That and when Reggie Bush's Heisman got reinstated. What a
that as well, yes.
But yeah, I mean, wow, what a pre-show. That's not the direction I was thinking this was going to go. I thought we were going to have a debate on, greatest athletes of all time with Jaws. But hey, moving on to bigger and brighter. I think that'll wrap up the pre-show. Yeah. All right. Without further ado, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Waterboy Podcast. Today is episode 236. And we got some major college football recruiting updates. It is time to put some respect on Dan Lanning's name. It is time for me to put some respect on Kalen DeBoer's name. Alabama is on a roll right now. My God. But Alabama and Oregon, they are getting the job done right now. Ronaldo had one of the most embarrassing moments I've ever seen in any sport. We'll dive into that a bit later, but oh my God, I have to support him today because I have this jersey. If I had a Messi jersey, I would not be wearing this, but I don't, so I'm gonna wear this. But yeah, and then went to a Dodger game last night, impromptu. Try to get the
let's start with that. Let's start with that, Grant.
Jersey. And I did not get it.
But let's start with the Dodger game. Let's start with that.
Okay, yeah, Dodger game. This is what I want to start off with. Okay, it was Japanese Heritage Night, and so
I have to ask
because of
how. Well, you're probably about to get there. How long did it take you to get into the stadium?
Okay, so we were planning on getting there quite early. Usually, it takes around hour and a half to 2 hours to get to Dodger Stadium. And so for a 7:10 start, my older brother and I, we left like 4 o'clock sharp. Like we were planning on it taking 2 hours, showing up at like 6, like probably taking 10 minutes to like park and get inside even longer once you show up at 6. So we were expecting the worst, absolute worst. Showed up around that time, 5:45 to 6-ish. And honestly, the walk into the stadium, not too bad.
Really?
Because everybody was already inside.
Oh, the jerseys were gone. There was nothing. That's
very gone.
That's crazy to me. People definitely turn that into like, hey, like we are making a trip. We are like, this is our vacation. This is the whole point.
But this is another detail as to why everyone was there. Did not quite realize, but they had a bunch of Asian musicians and artists come out and essentially perform a concert.
Did BTS perform?
No, hell no. Hell no. If they were there, trust me, BTS, they're bigger than Dodger Stadium. Quick little set. I mean, they'd be selling out Dodger Stadium.
You wouldn't be getting a ticket for that.
Hell no. You literally 5x the price if there was BTS performing for just 10 minutes at the game. But they had a concert type. No, I wouldn't say full on concert, but they had live musical performances starting at 5 p.m. So by the time I got there at 6, pretty much, I would say 60 to 70% capacity of the stadium was in the stadium, in center field, like outside,
like on the field
area. No, in that pavilion outside.
I got you.
I would say like 50% of the total people that were at that game were outside. And
hey, makes the lines to get food and drinks though before the game a little bit easier.
So I'd say 50% of the people were outside that little pavilion. That includes all those little food places, restaurants, everything.
Yeah.
Everyone else in the stadium that was there was all at the Asian restaurant counters. Okay, so I have one complaint that I'm about to make. Okay, and this complaint is not about the Dodgers as a franchise organization and their team. This is about Dodger Stadium. Okay, I got one complaint. To speed up some of these really, really busy, popular restaurants, like especially all of the Asian food restaurants at Dodger Stadium are the only way for me to quantify how crowded they were is for me to tell this story. So it was around 6:30. Okay, game starts in 40 minutes. And my brother and I, we wanted to go walk around, see all the different restaurants. So we had some great seats. We were in field section. Shout out Game Time, the goats. And we were in field section, had very nice seats, and like literally right above our seats was just one of the Asian food places.
Oh, they're not collectively in one corner. They're spread out.
Yeah, they got them like all like there's one that was like behind our section. There,
yeah, I wasn't paying much attention when I was there. To be fair,
yeah, but there's like I don't know, like 3 of them. There's not many. The one specific Asian restaurant that was outside our section, the entire game, Everett, the entire game, fully packed lines, the whole game. And one thing Dodger Stadium has done as a way to reduce these times, speed things up, they have a Uber Eats checkout line where I never tried using this, but you can just open up the Uber Eats app. You could like order for pickup and you just pick up, and like in theory, yeah, should be way faster. Like in theory, yes, it should be way more efficient. Throughout the whole game, Everett, that Uber Eats pickup line was more people were in the Uber Eats pickup line than the normal lines throughout the whole game. Okay. But I'm not saying this as like, oh, you could just pick it up and pay directly. No, it would still take you an hour waiting in that line to just normally pick it up.
No, yeah.
The Uber Eats pickup line also was so unbelievably bad that my brother and I, we placed orders for like a $14 Japanese hot dog at 6:30 p.m. Okay, we are sitting there from 6:30 p.m. to 7 p.m. and we're like, we're not going to miss an Ohtani AB in the first inning waiting in this line. We're just going to go to the seats. We'll come back in like third inning. We'll just try it. Okay. First inning rolls by, like go make a quick bathroom stop, checking the line real quick. Line is longer during the first inning than it was pregame. And I'm like, ooh, we may have just made a mistake, and maybe missing the first inning would have been the call. But fourth inning rolls around and we check again, and the line is busier than the first inning, which was busier in pregame. And I was sitting there just like, we might have to time this out. And the second Ohtani gets out next, that is our time to go wait in this line so we can get back for the next Ohtani AB. That was the plan. The line was so long, we were like, we'll pick this up in the 5th. Okay, we ordered this at 6:30 p.m. By the time the 5th rolled around, it was like 8:20. And suddenly, I'm just watching the game. There was a bad 4th inning. Bobby was getting lit up in the 4th, and I wasn't really paying attention to my Uber Eats order anymore. I just glanced down at my phone, and it just says, thank you, your Uber Eats order was delivered. And I was like, what the fuck?
Like,
I didn't get anything. I didn't get shit. And I immediately, I'm like, click help button, did not receive order, yada, yada, yada. I was like, that just killed the whole vibe. All right. Bobby Miller just gave up like 4 straight hits.
4th inning was disastrous.
And then our Uber Eats got canceled at Dodger Stadium and said we picked it up. Ultimately, we were like insta reimbursed, and this isn't a debate about the Uber Eats model.
So they do refund you at least, though.
Yeah, no, but yeah, this isn't an Uber Eats complaint. It's a Dodger Stadium complaint. If anything, I totally understand why Uber Eats.
Well, let's get to the complaint itself.
Yeah, my complaint are these waiting times. Like whoever the hell the person was working the guy just said that.
Yeah, I mean, look, I'll agree on that. When we went, I guess it'd be a week and a half ago. I waited with my friend. You were indisposed at the time.
I'll be honest, you took quite. I was like, oh my god,
it took us 45 minutes.
Person line.
It took 45 minutes. The only reason it did was because they had. So we were at like the central drink station, I guess, in the outfield area, which is where most people go when they get their drinks, right? The souvenir, whatever, right? And I was with somebody who wanted to have one of the souvenir drinks. So we went and got them, right? But we were in line. And they had one person, like this 65, 7-year-old lady, working 2 different registers. And like, no wonder it's going to, you already have long lines, but when you don't have enough staff members to go and work each of the registers and do things, it's going to cause a problem. Also, Dodger Stadium, one of the older stadiums in the MLB, it's time for a facilities upgrade a little bit. And I know that they've done some things, but like when you have that much capacity and you don't have enough area for people to go get food and stuff, like those kiosk things, nobody uses the little kiosk things. And the actual concession stand things are too small. They only have like 6 registers at a time for thousands of people. I mean, that's a little qualm there. But Grant, let's get to the bigger part of this story. Okay, let's get to the bigger part of this game. And you can elaborate on this, but it's been stated on the podcast.
Let's talk about the game itself now.
Right. Let's not get through the whole game. We're just caring about the end of the game, right? Nobody gives a fuck about the first 8 innings. Okay.
Well, I mean, real quick, one thing I just want to point out and say, bad, maybe like the worst game I've ever seen out of the relievers in my life. Every single reliever that came in gave a run. I was just like, what the hell am I watching? It's now
Diamondbacks have our number. Diamondbacks have our number.
It's now 2 straight times I've seen Evan Phillips give up runs in the 9th or later. Vesia gave up his first run all season at Dodger Stadium. Blake Trinan just cannot find the strike zone. Oh my god, it's crazy.
Well, hey, we still got guys that we need to have come back, like Gratterall. I guess he's not. I mean, hopefully we'll be back soon. I don't really know, but there's an ongoing thing. All right, because I know you're gonna tell this part. Okay, ongoing thing with you specifically when you get up to go use the bathroom. That's when home runs are hit for the Dodgers. All right.
Well, here, I'll just say the last part. So, okay, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you see your part.
It's, like 8th inning, tie game, 4-4. And the whole game, I want to point out, Jock batting third for the D-backs. Real quick, I just want to say, throughout the entire game, Jock Peterson did not take one practice swing in the batter's box, okay? Most of the time, when he was on deck in the batter's box, he wasn't even looking at the pitcher in the game, okay? Jock, like, the best way I could describe it is if Bobby Miller could glance over in the batter box while he's pitching and see what Jock was doing, that may have been considered like the most disrespectful thing of all time in the MLB. Like, Jock genuinely did not give a shit what Bobby Miller is doing. Jock was like, I'm just rolling up there and I'm taking hacks. And just his first 3 ABs were so unbelievably ugly. And like my brother and I are sitting there laughing, like, oh my god, Jock, like what the hell? Like take one practice swing and just like he was late. Every single first pitch was a fastball, and Jock was literally late on every single one because he's not practice swing. And then his 4th time up, he rolls back around the 8th or maybe 5th time up, and I like see him chirping with a fan. I wouldn't actually necessarily say it was chirping, but some Dodger fan was talking to him. And there's a chance that Dodger fan was like, I want you back and right for us next year. That's what I want. I want him replacing Hayward next year. But I don't know what was said, but like something was said. And then Jock went boom, boom immediately. And when he hit the home run, he like immediately looked over to that guy. So I don't know what was said, but somebody amped Jock up.
Somebody prompted him to hit a dinger.
And like, I just want to say after that home run, I don't think I've ever, like, Ohtani went deep, like right before that. Crazy. Like you knew right away off the bat, that shit was gone.
Shit sounded gone.
But the difference in those 2 home runs, that the stadium erupted for the Ohtani home run. The silence after the Jock, you could hear a pin drop. So silent after Jock's home run, other than the occasional boos. And I was just, like,
it's just, it also, moment, look, I know Jock was on the Giants. I know he's on the Diamondbacks.
shame for Giants.
I'm not booing Jock. I'm not booing Jock.
No. It's like,
I'll boo Machado. I'll boo Machado.
I'll be honest, like Manny will always have a special place
in
my heart. Yeah, okay. Always. No, like he just always will for me. There's just like
fair. That's fair.
I just like have a memory of it was almost like that same thing with Jock. He's in the batter's box talking, and Toby was sitting right there, dugout club, like, and Manny's in the on deck box, and like there's a video of Manny like going up to Kobe, like, thank you for letting me wear 8. Like, it means so much to me.
Yeah, no, I have seen that. But look,
we're talking the Los Angeles Dodgers, and Manny still asked Kobe to wear number 8 for the Dodgers.
So well, I think it goes for anybody in LA in general. Like Kobe Bryant, 24-8, doesn't matter what sport you're playing, it's same recognition. But
it'd be so funny if like Tatum wore 8 or 24 and like has a text of him asking Kobe,
can I wear 8 or 24 in your honor? But look, so you were seated down for the walk-off, correct? You were not in the bathroom for the walk-off?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Shit, I totally forgot about the whole bathroom part. Yeah. Okay. So, let's start off with this. Simply put, when I am at Dodger Stadium and I go to the bathroom, the Dodgers hit home runs. Okay. That's been the theory forever. Hit home runs. It's now being slightly opened up to the Dodgers score runs. So when I go to the bathroom, or actually, I mean, we could say the Dodgers hit extra base hits. Okay. That's what we can confirm here. When I go to the bathroom, Dodgers hit extra base hits. So it is the bottom of the 9th. Gavin Lux is the first hitter. We're down by 1. Paul Sewell is up with a .58 ERA. Absolute nails this year. Okay. I'm looking over at my brother. I'm just like, all right, we're going to see this Ohtani AB. He either goes deep and it's a tie game, or he strikes out and we're going to sprint to the parking lot to beat traffic. Ohtani goes up with 1 out, down 1, bottom of the 9th, strike out or ground out or something, and immediately start getting up, walking up, going to leave. Real quick, and I give my brother full credit for this. We noticed right where we parked, there was a bathroom, like right next to where we parked in the parking lot.
In the parking lot, there's one.
My brother asked, do we, use the bathroom right now or just go in the lot? And for some reason, even though that parking lot bathroom was so clutch, so convenient and ideal, for some reason I said, let me just go now. And thank God I did go right back. The second I walk into that bathroom, I hear some rumblings. And I'm like, what's going on? And then, like, I just hear an eruption in the stadium. I'm like, what the hell just happened? And immediately run outside. And
by the way, Grant did not zip up his pants or anything. Everything's loose. Nah, everything's loose.
I come outside, I see my brother's like standing like behind the like very last seat in that row. The whole stadium standing up. I just take a peer over. Will Smith just on second base, roped a double while I was in the bathroom. I was like, okay, let's see what we could do.
Okay.
Now Freddie's up. I'm like standing in the, I don't know, concourse area.
Pants still on the ground, by the way, mind you.
Still around ankles. And we're just watching Freddie. And Freddie ropes the double, makes it a tie game 5-5. And I'm just sitting there. I'm just like, what the hell did I just watch? My very first thought when I saw that was, I've seen so much Dodger baseball in the past. Like, okay, we tie it up, but we're not going to win right here. We're the Dodgers. So I was expecting extras. And I was like, hey, I'm down for an extra inning game, Nick, but I don't know. Last time I went to an extra inning game did not quite go my way. So
now, hey, I'm going to interrupt here. All right. In the extra inning game that you and I went to, that last extra inning game, right? You ran up to go use the bathroom, okay? At the start of the bottom of the extra innings. I caught you coming halfway back down the stairs before the at-bat that right before Gavin Lux's at-bat, the at-bat before him. I caught you running halfway down the stairs.
Lost the game?
Gavin Lux lost us the game.
Oh,
but
there's nothing I could have done to save.
Well, no, the at
worst
bat
fucking
before
base
Gavin Lux, you came halfway down the stairs and then sprinted back up. Now I caught you doing that. That probably was the issue. If I didn't catch you doing it and just thought you were in the bathroom, maybe we get an extra base hit there. But
I'll just
didn't
be honest,
stay in the
if there's
bathroom for the at bat.
My you know, I would have been with you with anyone else, but you know, Gavin Lux can't hit a ball out of the infield. So
Well, no, the issue was the bat before Gavin Lux. I understood staying up there for the Gavin Lux at bat, but you came back down during the at bat beforehand instead of staying in the bathroom. So little gray area.
I would be with
little
you.
Gray area.
I would be with you, except I did see Freddie at that double, and then Teoscar actually had a game-winning save.
But I'm saying the double was hit while you're in the bathroom. You left the bathroom before the at bat.
The Freddie double.
No, I'm saying the Will Smith double.
No, I know.
That's what I'm saying.
If Freddie didn't hit a double, if Freddie hit a single, then yeah, you're right. I should have been in the bathroom.
Just saying. I'm just saying. Hey, you
see Freddie. No,
I'm just saying things were suspicious. Just in case. I mean,
until you said Gavin Lux.
Well, Gavin Lux was the at bat after you had come back. Like you had come back in the middle of the at bat prior, and then you were there for the full at bat for Gavin Lux.
Yeah, no, I know, but you know, I'm just saying.
Okay, all right.
Prior, regardless.
Okay.
Chris Taylor.
Oh, was it Chris? Was it CT?
No bathroom can save him.
Okay, that's fair.
There's nothing I can do.
CT3. Well, no, CT. I think Chris Taylor might have been on. No,
hey, trust me. I will always take accountability when
I'll put a finger up.
My role. No, I will always take accountability. But come on, Chris Taylor.
Yeah.
No bathroom can save you. Gavin Lux.
Let me just see what that lineup was
to get you a hit.
I got to see what that lineup was. It would have been
you know, I mean, it was a ridiculous game. It was unreal. That was definitely
Oh no, it was the Austin Barnes hit that it was the Gavin Lux at bat that you subsequently came halfway down and then went back up. Austin Barnes was the cleanup hitter on that.
Even worse. There's 0% chance I could do anything.
That's fair. That's fair.
Oh my god. Like if it was Teoscar hitting.
Yeah. You know, that was the game, by the way, that was the game we kind of got screwed on because that was the game where everybody wasn't playing. Teoscar was batting second. Anyways.
Yeah, no, it was
but riveting game for Grant there.
I would say, you know, this Dodger team is a little
it's a little different.
Resemblance of 2017. I don't see this
like that
in this team. I haven't seen them staying in a game late like past years. I see them mentally check out.
Yeah, no, when they're down late in games, there's been a tendency, a history to to just there's no comeback in the team. No matter if it's the playoffs, regular season, that you historically have not seen a comeback in the Dodgers team.
Fight in them, I just see just a team that's they accept that they
lost. Now let me ask you this. All right, let me ask you this. Obviously, there's a lot of players on IL right now. Okay, some of them might come back, some of them might not. All right, but based on everything we've seen at this point, what moves do you think the Dodgers need to make at the trade deadline acquisition to feel good going into the playoffs?
Well, I'd say for this year to feel good going into the playoffs, you're gonna have to go get a big time starter. And I would say,
are we talking left field, right field? Like what are we talking?
Starter. So I think
starter like pitcher. I got you.
Yeah, I think Crochet is available. I know that. My concerns is that it's, you know, he's breaking out this season. I'm a big believer in dead and juice balls, and it's a dead ball year. And Crochet's having a breakout season, which is very great. If I have this correct, elite percentiles and exit velo, expected slugging, all those major hitting metrics that probably are impacted by a dead ball year. But still, I'm pretty sure he still has excellent on base numbers percentages. Sorry, I'm getting this. It's about to load.
No, you're good. I mean, I'm thinking like starting pitcher definitely is important.
Crochet, yeah. So 98th percentile expected ERA, 95th percentile expected batting average. 60. Okay, this is where it gets interesting. 62nd percentile barrel, 59th hard hit. In my opinion, in juice ball year, that's going to be uglier and nastier. when the ball's flying off.
Well, how long is his contract? Let's start there.
Forgot to include that. You get 3 years, 2 more years of him. He's an ARB
Okay.
right now, so you're gonna get 2.5 seasons of him. So because it's 2.5 seasons, gonna have to pay a little bit more. And
that's the thing. I don't
long term if he can actually sustain this.
I don't know if the Dodgers want to invest assets into another long-term pitcher like that. Because keep in mind,
he's not, money wise, we ain't spent shit on.
No. I get that, but I'm saying like we already have a full bullpen, a full starting lineup for next season. So that's what I'm saying. Well, ideally we will. I mean,
you can never be certain, but
true. But then what do you do with him if he still has 2 years left? Like, that's my question.
Well, that's what. Hopefully he's good, and that's our 3 pitcher.
Well, right now it's gonna be Glasnow, Shohei, Yamamoto, Bobby, Stone.
For this season, if we trade for Crochet, he would be the best pitcher on our team.
Over Glasnow?
I'll say that. Let me get that out of the way. If Garrett Crochet was a Dodger, he'd be the best pitcher on our team. So, at least for this season, hey, I'm not suggesting a fall off this year. I'm worried next year when it's a juice ball year. What will he look like?
Okay.
This year though, yeah. I mean, if we're looking at this year going all in, sign me up for Crochet. I'm a major fan, and he's a lefty. There are not many good lefty starters this season. And we don't have any lefty starters, so it's very, very
true. We could use 1 or 2.
The other cool thing about Crochet is we could have a little twofer with Luis Robert included. Now Robert's under contract for another 5 seasons. He signed an Atlanta deal where instead of the renews in ARB, they just signed him as a rookie to an 8-year.
Yeah, they try to get that low value for him.
And so it's we are getting sure he's, I guess in theory should be an ARB player, shouldn't be getting 8, 9, 10 a year, however much it is. But when he's nice, Robert can be a very nice righty bat. And he is a good fielder. I know I'm not sure if you saw this clip, but last night it was bottom of the 9th, 1 out, runner on 3rd, tie game, pop fly to Luis Robert. He could try to gun the guy at home and take the game to extras, and he just catches the pop fly and just underhands it back in, just accepts the game's over. Didn't even try.
I did see that.
Yeah. But the thing is, Robert, I'm not necessarily too enticed on trading for. Okay, sure, we can go for it, but I think actually the bigger problem is infielders. Okay, right now at third base, it's just a fucking.
Hey, they DFA'd Tim Anderson. All right, Tim Anderson.
But third base right now, it's just a revolving door. Muncy, Muncy has been fielding and stuff. So.
It's a revolving door with Muncy out. Let's stipulate that.
But third base, we just don't have one.
But my point is with, I mean, in any situation for most teams, when your starting third baseman is out, it's going to tend to be a revolving door. So I don't think that you can really take that. You got to take that situation with a little bit of a grain of salt, right? You can't be hey, we need to improve.
I mean, my bigger problem is that one guy that I thought would be a natural fit in for third would be Vargas. Vargas, he's been hitting really well. He has a very, very high OPS. I was pretty disappointed with the start last night. But now would be probably the most ideal time ever for Vargas to be able to slot in at third. He is a plus bat. That helps. That's what we're looking for. This would be the time to have him play third. Only issue is he hasn't appeared at all at third base. Why? Because he's awful at third base, and the Dodgers have zero trust in him.
I'm just saying that the hope, you don't want to invest too many assets into getting another third baseman, because your hope is that Muncy will come back. So you don't want to overpay for something like that.
I know. I'm not saying we're not giving up a lot here. Just talking replacement. But I haven't even gone to what I actually want to say. Simply put, no, I don't think the Dodgers should make any major moves right now. What are the Dodgers gonna do for the rest of the year? As they currently are, probably still gonna win 98 games and be first in the NL West. So we are spoiled little brats being Dodger fans. We have such an amazing team, and we just get bounced every year, so we expect greatness. But Yamamoto is out, Mookie is hurt, Muncie's hurt, pitching staff decimated. This is the year you guys want to go all in.
Let's do it. If there was any year, this is the Dodger year to do it. That's exactly what the thought process would be.
Next year we add essentially a $35 million pitcher to our team. This guy Shohei Ohtani. Oh yeah.
Forgot about that guy.
The whole fucking Dodger fan base has forgotten he pitches. The fact that there's Dodger fans out there that are truly like shut him down, have him only hit.
So
the whole reason he was worth $700 million is because he is a starter and a hitter. If you DH for me, that's so awful.
Yeah, he's getting that. You're basically paying a glorified Nelson Cruz.
No, don't compare him to that.
Hey, Bomba Squad Nelson Cruz here. Don't.
$700 million. Nelson Cruz is not Shohei, but
I'm just saying glorified.
$700 million to a DH is just, what are we doing? He has to pitch. What are we talking about? Like, okay, what if it interferes with his hitting? Dude, it won't. He's like genuinely a freak. He's ridiculous. His best hitting season ever was when he was pitching. And his actually declined when he got shut down for the season pitching. Interesting. Huh. Maybe there's no correlation. Maybe not. I just think he's genuinely addicted to baseball.
No, look, if he pitches and he gets hurt again, then maybe, talk about not having him pitch again. But also the Dodgers are never going to be in a situation where they're going to pay him that much just to hit. Like, he's going to be playing some position. So if he pitches, he gets hurt again, can't pitch, they're going to put him in left field or right field, or they're going to figure out some spot.
Yeah, and you know what? Long term, it's probably what's going to end up happening. But I mean, this year, let's say we go get Crochet and Robert, and we give up, I don't know, 4 top 20 prospects for them. And then we just get bounced in the playoffs again because we are hurt and missing key players. Then what do you want us to do? Now just trade the entire AA roster for another starting pitcher the year after and hope it works? No. No. Baseball, there's some luck involved. A little bit of luck.
Yeah, the Dodgers have plenty of moves too, by the way, that have substantially backfired. So
sure, but I mean, Andrew Freeman's job at the end of the day is to put together a playoff roster. Okay, winning playoff games. That's
now. If everybody was healthy, that would be the state that the team is in. If everybody was healthy,
if everyone was healthy right now, and I'm talking Ohtani is pitching right now, then I got some ideas. Like Cartaya, we'll see you later. Like I got some ideas for what we would do right now if healthy and in go mode. And this is I'd really love to go in because the Braves are really hurt.
That's what I was about to say. It is just unfortunate. It is just unfortunate that the biggest competition in the NL is not doing well this season, obviously because of injuries. And the opportunity to seize that moment kind of flew over the Dodgers because they're also hurt. So
because of that, if we trade for Crochet, I'm not gonna be mad.
No, I get that. I do just think in general,
2 more years after this.
In general, this year is gonna could end up being another interesting kind of World Series. Not like last year where it's like how the fuck the Diamondbacks or anything. It's just
no, I think we're certainly there's going to be a bad baseball team in the World
Series.
That's
what I was but I'm saying not in the same way last year where the Diamondbacks just kind of somehow made it through and they got lucky in their matchups kind of thing, power of friendship, right? There's just this year there's no competition. So the shitty teams will play each other and it deservingly will get there, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I kind of get what you're saying. I would just say baseball, in a way, a big win for us Dodger fans at the end of the year would be if a sub 90 win team went back to the World Series again. If that happens again in the first 3 years under this new format that the number 1 seeds did not make it to the World Series, it will be 3 straight years. Then they will change the format and finally return it to what baseball should be. Rewarding the top seeds. The reason why I love baseball compared to other sports is that for many, many years, only 10 teams, or actually, correction, not even 8 out of 30 teams would make the playoffs. Not even a third of the league would make the playoffs. And the NBA, fucking 20 of 30 teams.
NFL is 16, right? So it's half of them.
Yeah, or 14, right?
14?
3 wild cards.
14, yeah, 14. Yeah, so almost half.
Percentage-wise, many more teams make the playoffs in those leagues. And in my opinion, because baseball, like, to make the regular season important in a 162 game season where in theory each game isn't very significant, you're going to have to limit postseason you have to make the regular season meaningful somehow. And now you actually get harmed for winning your division, being the best team in your league, because you get 4 off days to start the playoffs when you have literally only had one stretch all year where you had 4 off days.
So you're saying you want them to revert it where you're just playing. You just keep playing.
I want back to like one off day at most.
I mean, I don't want for the Dodgers, yeah, that makes sense, because the Dodgers don't know what to do with their off days, and it backfires horrendously. Yeah, and, like, they should be playing the Savannah Bananas during that period. Keep them going.
Yeah, and I mean, baseball is a sport where, like, yeah, a majority of teams aren't finishing over 500. Yeah, that's how it's supposed to be. It's how the sport's designed. Like, there are clear heavy dogs in the fight, and because baseball is the most random sport, you're gonna have to reward the good teams.
Like, no, yeah,
there's
gonna
have to be some incentive to put up 100 wins in the regular season. Because I mean, in theory, if the Dodgers wanted to follow the formula of success, we're actually ahead of scale. We gotta start losing a little bit to get that wild card spot.
Yeah, no, that is the success period for the Dodgers. You know what, Grant? I want to pivot a little bit. All right, we've been talking about baseball for a while. You know, you and I kind of thought about this before we started the episode. Okay, I know you want to talk about some college football related things. Not really preach things, but I guess more so like kind of look and investigate into them. Look into them. But let's talk about this. Kemba Walker retired today. All right, Kemba Walker retired today. UConn legend, intermediate career in the NBA. Had some good seasons on Charlotte, questionable on the Celtics. I couldn't even tell you where the fuck he was just playing. So with that, let's get into this. Kind of an embrace debate, kind of not, similar to what we did last episode. Let's go pro players who peaked in college. So basically, any player that was elite, top of their game in college, went to the NBA, honestly, NFL, whatever.
Have even made the pros. More so just a peaked in college.
Yeah, peaked in college, but like the thought is more so
Christian Laettner. Okay,
yeah,
the guy who was the face of college sports didn't do anything in the pros, but comparably speaking,
no, yeah,
the athletic career, it's what they did in college. That's
the bigger thought is just look, they were elite in college, had high expectations, you know, in college, whatever, and then subsequently after that, either fell off the face of the earth, went to the pros, and just busted, you know. But like their career peaks in college. Yeah, that's really
remembered most for what you did in college.
In college, yes. Yeah. So, Grant, I'll start us off. Just really well known one, unanimous, Tim Tebow. Tebow time, all right? I think that's pretty unanimous, pretty well known. Florida.
Tebow's excellent.
He came into what was his deal? He needed the power of God to heal.
So when Tim Tebow committed to the University of Florida, Urban obviously was head coach, and the offensive coordinator at the time was a hot, up and coming, young, great offensive minded coach by the name of Dan Mullen. And Tim Tebow committed to the University of Florida to, quote, save Dan Mullen and help him.
Through the speakings of God. God told him that he needed to save Dan Mullen.
Actually, Tim Tebow, like, may or may not have called himself a prophet there, and he had a call to save Dan Mullen. But Tim Tebow's perfect
starter
example.
Perfect example.
Yeah, I'd say moving on, you know, we'll stay kind of on the topic of kind of some throwback guys. Adam Morrison, Gonzaga legend, went very high in the draft. For the longest time growing up, when I thought of Gonzaga, Adam Morrison was like the only guy I knew who went there. I'm talking pre the Mark Few runs.
Yeah,
with those Gonzaga teams over the past decade. Before that, Gonzaga was a laughing stock. But yeah, Adam Morrison, never forget.
Johnny Juzang.
Yeah.
That was a
Yeah.
great one.
Definitely that one.
Definitely
that
a great one.
Counts. Yeah.
Yep.
Right there. Yeah. You know what? Staying current. Yeah. Drew Timme. Oh my God. Going back to another Gonzaga big man. I still cannot believe he did not return this past season. He retired from college basketball as a true junior. But remember, he played that first year COVID year. So he technically had 2 years.
No,
he could be playing next year still.
And you would think that he had been in college basketball for 10 years.
As
so
a freshman
long.
with that handlebar mustache, you thought he was 28 years old.
No,
I know it helps. It helps.
I literally thought that he was 32. Like I was like, damn, they put a fucking missionary trip guy back here.
No, yeah. Crazy.
We count Zach Wilson. Speaking of missionary guys,
that could count. I'd say a little more borderline. Not
quite. It's getting there.
I remember hearing of Zach Wilson in college, but the real hype started around those workouts, pre-draft workouts. That's where Zach Wilson was.
True. Yeah, it's a gray area. It's a gray area. Hey, if they wanted to take on Bama, though, yeah, you got to give them props for that.
Yeah, I mean, this is a name I did not have him written down, but like a Marcus Mariota, like at Oregon. Oh my God, everyone was over the moon over him. And then the Tennessee, he did throw a touchdown to himself, so we do have to put some respect on his name. But I mean, Mariota, Tennessee versus Oregon Mariota.
Look, I guess you say Mariota. I have to say Jameis Winston.
Yes.
Got to do both of them.
Jameis, that freshman year, that BC, that touchdown he threw, I believe to Benji. I believe Kelvin Benjamin caught that. That's etched in my mind forever. That Rose Bowl against Auburn will always be in my mind. But yeah, Jameis has a special place in my mind.
RG3, kind of injury more related, but that first rookie season was incredible.
I would say like Andrew Luck though, no. Like no. I know in theory, like he retired early, but like he was very very good.
Okay.
In the NFL still.
Markelle Fultz.
Oh yeah, Lonzo Ball.
Mm-hmm. I was gonna say Lonzo Ball as well.
Down, but yeah,
Lonzo.
Both of them. Yeah, they both count.
Greg Odom, of course.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
I mean, I could just list my Ohio State guys. Braxton Miller, you're my guy.
Terrence Marshall. Terrence Marshall.
Terrace Marshall. The LSU. Wait. Say it one more time.
Terrence Marshall.
Terrence Marshall. Who is that? I thought you
Terrence
said Terrace
Marshall.
LSU wide receiver.
Yes.
LSU wide receiver Terrace Marshall.
Yes.
Yeah, Terrace, not Terrence.
Oh, I thought it was Terrence.
No, not quite a college.
It is Terrence. I was close.
Not quite a college star. But
okay, all right. I'm thinking LSU team, right? Okay, all right. Like, fair point. My mistake. I'll put it, it's my mistake.
Like I wasn't even thinking them, but like an AJ McCarron, Aaron Murray would count, I guess.
Yeah, but that's a little bit different. Like that's just that you're playing for a good team. You don't really have those expectations. Like it's not same kind of level. I feel.
Yeah. Oh, I'm with you on that.
Trent Richardson.
Ooh, yeah. It was Eddie Lacy too.
Yeah.
I recently had to go get a picture of him when he was fat. Yeah, Eddie Lacy's on that list. Dude, 3 years, year 3 in the NFL, that dude was a bowling ball. He was the round mound of rebound in NFL form. It was absurd.
The hefty lefty, rest his soul.
Jared Lorenzen. Oh my God. Wow. Well.
Was a backup for a while.
Arena Football League legend.
Yes. But still peaked in college.
Yeah, no, I get
it. In that regard.
Absolute legend. I had JT Barrett on there. I'll gloss over that one. Tavon Austin. I think
You're calling it. Okay. Look, hold on. You know what? I'm going to argue for you for 1 second. Let me argue for you. All right. When people pull up Tavon Austin highlights, do they pull up NFL highlights, or do they pull up college highlights?
Thank you.
They pull up college highlights.
Thank you. That was my biggest reason why.
And in the same vein, Johnny Manziel.
Oh, 100%.
100%. 100%.
Probably should have been one to lead this whole thing off.
Probably should have. It's okay though. Every Western Kentucky quarterback ever.
Could you give me some examples?
Bailey Zappi, one that we just had come out this year as well. Ryan Finley, I think is his. I don't really know. Basically, all of them throw for 5,000 yards, and then.
Yeah, we'll go with that. My other one, Perry Ellis, longtime Kansas legend. I was convinced he was 38 years old when I started watching him on Kansas. Another one I got, Stetson Bennett. Sorry, Stats.
Sorry. Case Keenum.
We'll
include I know. And look, it pains me, Minneapolis Miracle, but what he did on Houston probably surpasses anything he's done at any other level. So
I would say, objectively speaking, yes, but like when I think about it, Case Keenum had a better NFL career than many college quarterbacks.
Oh no, that is true. That is true.
Now
but
I think, shout out Case Keenum.
Hey, yeah, no, definitely shout out Case Keenum.
I'm gonna shout Case Keenum out.
Jake Locker, Jimmy Clausen.
We could throw in Locker in there for sure. I'll take that.
Jimmy Clausen, Colt McCoy.
Colt McCoy. I like that way better. Colt McCoy I really like. That one. That's good. A lot more. I got one. The entire 2016 Villanova men's basketball team, other than Josh Hart. That entire Archidiakono, Ochefu, of course, the dog who. Oh my God! Holy shit! I'm blanking.
Don't look at me for help. I'm not gonna have any answers for you.
Chris Jenkins hitting the last shot. Yeah, I mean,
wow.
But not Josh Hart though. He was actually nice.
Roberto Aguayo.
Yeah. Oh, Turtle Boy. Yeah, he's definitely on there. Yeah, these are all actually very.
Bo Scarborough.
I wouldn't quite say.
Not there. Okay. All right.
College star.
Oh, Leonard Fournette.
I would objectively say yes, but I would actually take it one step further and say like the Leonard Fournette hype, like he may have been the greatest high school athlete, like up there with Seventh Woods and all of them. Like, I mean, wow.
Darius Geis.
Now he had some other reasons as he.
Yeah, that's why I pondered whether or not I put him in there. But Darius Geis, he also wasn't like he was okay when he first started playing for the Commanders. He was like, I don't really think that he was as elite.
Quite remember. It's been so long.
Sony Michel as well, by the way. Sony Michel.
That's a very good.
Very good one. I
remember we had this debate the other day. You were asking me, what did Sony Michel do at Georgia? And I was like,
a lot.
Patriots, Georgia, and Sony Michel, Georgia. Okay, totally different people. Okay, they're in totally different atmospheres in terms of how people view them. So yeah, I got to give some quick credit there. I want to give a good college basketball one because
I've got a great college basketball one, Grant. I've got a fantastic one.
Give me one.
Zach Edey. I'm calling it right now.
Okay. Put the label on. Now, okay,
put the label.
I'm going to give you flowers real quick. Because not earlier this month, a while ago. Don't know why we brought up an NBA mock draft, but I remember I was laughing at you for saying Edey was a lottery pick. I'm like, according to what? Like, who the hell has that anyway?
It's like I'm telling you.
Zach Edey went number 7 overall. Objectively speaking, if he's out of the league in 4 years, it doesn't matter. He still won.
Now, look, I do think with Zach Edey, the Grizzlies probably are a good spot for him, just size wise. However, when he gets bodied out by another big man trying to rebound, all right, well, fuck. But I kind of feel like quick basketball talk. Hey, we're getting some big boys coming into league now. I'm pretty sure Sarr's over 7 foot, Klingen's over 7 foot, Edey too. Obviously Wemby from last year. Like we're seeing a bunch of Mobley too. I don't think he's quite 7 foot, but we have a bunch of younger
tall guys when the NBA has been shifting kind of towards smaller centers who can shoot three and stretch the court. So who knows? Maybe there could be an era where like Klingon, Edie, Wemby will. I mean, Wemby already led the league in blocks last year. He averaged more blocks last year than the all-time leading block per game person in NBA history. So yeah, Wemby's in his own class, but who knows? Maybe for an Edie or a Klingon, they might get bullied around as hard as I necessarily thought at first. Like I instantly think, oh yeah, rookie big man, you're actually about to get your lunch stolen from you every night by whatever center. I don't care if it's the worst center in the NBA. He's going to body you.
Grant, I have another one.
Who knows?
You're not gonna like this one. Chase Young.
Yeah, no, I will not complain. Will not complain. Coming out of Ohio State, he was literally labeled.
Well, you know what? Let's continue. Garyon Conley. Who else? Who was another one? Apple. Damon Arnett.
Of course, Lil Uzi. Yeah. I mean, I'm telling you right now, the most impactful single defensive player I've ever seen in my life at Ohio State was Malik Hooker 2016. That dude was the defense. I've never seen somebody have a bigger impact on a defense in my life. He played free safety. So I mean, yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to just think like other
Samuel?
Curtis Samuel's like all right. Like he's still starting in the league. Like it might not be wide receiver one, but he is starting.
It's honestly shocking to me that
he is starting.
Still like a slot gadget guy for NFL teams.
Mitch Trubisky. Mitchell. Yeah, he's there. He's up there. Honestly, Solomon Thomas as well.
Oh, yeah.
Solomon Thomas is definitely there.
Yeah.
But yeah. He's
so bad that
he's number 3 overall pick?
Yeah.
3? Yeah, no, he's up there. I don't know why the fuck they did that.
My one thing is like for Zach Wilson, like it was that pre-draft hype that really shot him up. It wasn't necessarily B White. So like that's one distinction I was thinking of. But overall, yeah, no, that one works. Let me try. I want to just get some more. Football is very fun to do because it's
like Ohio State or just in general.
Just any.
I mean, you can say CEH. I mean, that's an easy one.
Potentially.
Pretty easy one right there.
I'm trying to think of just a Matt Jadeveon Clowney. Objectively, yes, because of how big he was in college. Because of
I'd say so.
Hey, that Michigan hit, I still see that.
That put him on the map. Well, he was already on the map, but that put him on the
map. No, that put him on a national level.
Yeah, no,
like,
yeah.
NFL fans were aware of Jadeveon Clowney after that hit.
What was his name? DeMarcus Robinson. Who was the Michigan quarterback? Denard Robinson. Denard Robinson.
Yeah.
Shoelace guy.
No, yeah, I will accept. Denard was a star at Michigan.
I'm just trying to think
while we're on Michigan, Trey Burke.
Grant. Vince Young. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, Reggie Bush. Damn it.
I
had to. I had to.
Let's just run. Hold on, real quick. Can we just go through every single USC quarterback ever?
Matt Barkley,
Matt Leinart,
Mark Sanchez. Oh, Leinart. Now Carson Palmer.
No, Carson Palmer.
Carson
Palmer's okay.
NFL career,
He's okay. He's okay. Cardinals Carson Palmer was one of the top quarterbacks in the league at the time. So I'm gonna give him flowers. It's okay. Sam Darnold. Josh Rosen. Chosen Rosen.
Oh my God, Rosen. No. Yeah, Justin Fields. Sorry.
Yeah. Well, hopefully not, but yes.
Technically accept Carson Wentz. Technically, I would.
I don't really know that much about his NDSU run. I'm going to keep it a buck. So
I just remember hearing about him.
You heard rumblings.
But that was so long ago.
Trey Lance.
I would say actually, yeah.
I mean, like I'm just
completely overlooked the fact that he had like one season starting and he threw 160 passes in his 1 year starting. They're like, oh, he's a star.
Mac Jones.
Oh yeah,
definitely up there. Big Mac is definitely up there.
Say Jerry Jeudy. Sorry. Sorry, guys.
Jameson Williams.
I think yes. I'm a little
trying
biased.
to think.
I love Jameis so much, so I would consider him college star.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I'm trying to think of some older guys right now too, though. I mean, DTR, put DTR up there. I'm just trying to. I don't know why my mind's right now on USC, UCLA. I don't know why that's the focus I have right now.
There's a lot.
There are a lot. There are a lot. Probably more majority than actual successful pro turn careers.
Like I was thinking Marquise Lee, if you even remember him.
I do remember Marquise Lee. I don't know how good he was in college, but okay. So he still had like a decent NFL career though. Like it was serviceable.
My better say is like Robert Woods was the wide receiver 2. Marquise Lee was the 1, and Bobby Trees is on a different stratosphere.
Robert Nimdici. Nimdici. But however you say his name.
Yeah.
Well, he was a top recruit, wasn't he?
No, yeah.
He was playing in the XFL now. And is it Ndici?
Kemdici.
Robert Kemdici. Yeah. All right. He was a top recruit.
Laramie was close to being that, but my God, boy, he's been balling in the league.
Yeah.
From gas mask to like 140.
That would have been. The fact that he turned out though makes it better. Like that's what makes it funny.
I mean, one of the greatest clips of all time was Pat McAfee afterwards. He's like, I had to call up Chuck. His lungs are great. We need to draft him.
It's just, I just remember it was on
face and didn't cough. Oh my God.
On draft day, it was like Ian Rappaport. And he was like, all right, guys, some disturbing imagery here just coming out about Laramie Tunsil. Viewers, please be advised. And it's just him in a fucking gas mask smoking weed. One of the, if there's anything Madden could ever do to make me enjoy a draft just so much more, just have random shit happening during the draft. I want a Bo Callahan full. Give me a Laramie Tunsil situation. Fucking Aaron Rodgers in the draft room. All right. I just give me something. All right. I need some storylines. I want to be looking in that side page being like, why is this first round wide receiver still here in the 4th round? Because that happens all the time. You're like, yeah, so actually, he was stealing laptops. He pulled a Cam Newton. There's some severe character questions here. All right. That's just what I want. That's what I want. But
yeah, I'm just taking a quick rundown off of the Sportster.com's list of star NCAA players who flopped. Some guys that we may have missed. They got LaMichael James on there and DeAnthony Thomas from Oregon.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Two very good ones. Yeah, they got Trent on there. We said they got Tavon on there. Brian Bosworth, the Boz. That's a very good one. That's a little bit old for us, but very good one. They got Vince Young on there. They got some guy I've never heard of in my life. Tebow's number 2 and Grant on number 1. I think so.
Grant. Jamarcus Russell.
Oh,
can end on that.
Oh yeah, no,
that's easy one. That's it. We wrap with that.
Yeah, we hit it.
Yeah, that one's easy.
Okay, yeah, no, I guess I got quick little college football update.
Yeah, go ahead. I'll let you say your piece.
It's July 4th. This week, start of July. This is a massive window where we see a ton of commitments, ton of top players for that next cycle in 2025. See a ton of movement, things happening around the 4th, and there's been a lot of big pieces of news that have happened recently, Everett. So real quick, starting us off, first pretty big one that I saw that caught my attention. I'm pretty sure there's only 2 5-star tight ends in this class.
Really?
Believe so. And honestly, I would say that's pretty good. Like for the most part, you only get like 1, maybe 2 5-star tight ends. Tight ends kind of a tough position to get a 5-star at, I feel like, for high school recruiting. So not very often, but makes sense. The number 1 tight end in the class, of course, going to Georgia, no brainer. That makes a lot of sense. No, nothing weird there. But the other 5-star tight end is going to Kansas State. So
honestly, though, I kind of understand that pitch right now. If I'm K-State, kind of get it.
Now K-State's, I believe it was either tight end or fullback was Will Howard's best receiver last
tight
year.
Tight end Ben Sinnott.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So Ben Sinnott was Will Howard's best target at Kansas State. And obviously he went pretty, he was
second round, I believe.
He was, Bowers was
first round. Ben Sinnott, I believe, was second round of Washington.
But he was the second tight end off.
Yes, he was the second tight end picked.
Yeah, so that helps a lot. So yeah, I guess ultimately not actually that weird, but more so like shout out Kansas State landing.
Yeah, no. Good for them. Good for them.
For Ohio State news, though, 4-star defensive lineman from St. Joe's Prep, that is Marvin Harrison Jr.'s high school, Kyle McCord's high school, Maxwell Roy has committed to Ohio State, ranked 152 in the class, number 19 defensive lineman in the country. That's a big time get for Ohio State. Very, very happy we were able to close on a D lineman, but this is where it doesn't get very fun. 3-star offensive tackle Elijah Vicona from Santa Margarita. That's where Klay Thompson went to high school. Fact of the day. Little battle between Ohio State and USC ended up winning that one.
Now that is local though for USC, correct?
Yeah.
So I get that. He probably also
in high school. So
he probably also. Hey, did they put Icy Hot in your face?
No, but they had the most athletic 3-tech I have ever had to block him. I was getting eaten every way, shape, and form. He was swimming me, bull rushing me, whatever he wanted to do, he could do. But yeah.
Pause. But I mean, he probably has a higher chance of starting at USC. Like I kind of get 100%. That. Yeah, 100%. I get that.
But
by the way, just real quick, Miller Moss has been on the forefront of a lot of EA video game promotion. Just saying. Just saying.
USC's getting some love right now, and it's fun little time. The last one though, this one unacceptable. 2-parter. First, the crystal balls are rolling in for 5-star safety from the state of Ohio, Trey McNutt to Oregon. Crystal balls are rolling in.
How could your last name be McNutt and you don't choose Ohio State?
Guy from Ohio, and you're not.
Oh, wow. Disrespectful on all accounts. If I'm his dad, I'm incredibly upset.
Yeah, I like. Crazy.
There's nothing more divine in the world than your last name being McNutt, being from Ohio, and being a 5-star and not going. Like, that tells you to go to Ohio State. That's just me, but
yeah, but we miss, or I guess he hasn't committed yet, but probably
crystal ball says so.
But the one that hurts a little bit harder, 4-star edge, number 60 player in the class, number 4 player out of the state of Ohio, Justin Hill, 4-star edge, has committed to the University of Alabama. Wow, I did not see Kalen DeBoer in year 1
sniping
Alabama going up to Ohio and taking a guy who's 15 minutes away from Columbus.
That NIL package had to be nice.
Yeah, hey, but I don't even care about that. I could not care less about the NIL. We can't be losing out on in-state kids, especially when he's got teammates currently on Ohio State who, I don't know what those conversations were like, but hey, maybe if Jermaine Matthews was starting this year and Denzel Burke went to the league, maybe he'd be a Buckeye. I don't know.
Maybe.
Yeah, that's an unacceptable miss. The big thing that concerns me though about this is that there was some disarray, unorganized stuff going on behind the scenes between D-line coach Larry Johnson and his GAs and assistants. Apparently, the GAs and assistants were telling Justin Hill we wanted to play Jack, which is kind of like a new position,
like outside
working out. Yeah, it's pretty much our stand-up 2-point stance.
Yeah.
Essentially, and the GA and assistant, who's primarily texting the kids all the time, they're telling Justin Hill, like, yeah, we want you at Jack. We want you playing Jack. And the whole time, Larry's like, yeah, no, your fucking hands in the dirt, 3-point stance. You're playing D-end. Like, what the fuck are they?
Yeah, it sounds like you guys gotta kind of wrap that up a little bit more tightly and actually communicate properly. I'm just kind of surprised because from my experience and my knowledge, typically there's GAs associated with certain position groups, and those GAs go and talk to the coaches specifically about how they want to do X, Y, Z. So if this coach is recruiting, But at least this is from my experience. So if this coach wants this guy, he's going to say, okay, I'm the coach that has this. I'm the outside linebacker coach, right? You're going to play 2 technique for me, right? Or you're going to go to the line coach and you're going to be like, you're playing 3 technique for me, right? Those are 2 different coaches. So either they're going to be recruited by one or the other, typically not both. And they're going to go inform the GA typically which coach is specifically recruiting that kid. So I don't know what's going on at Ohio State, but that is just completely abnormal and is something that, Ryan Day's got to figure that shit out. So
like a big thing for, I know for Ohio State recruiting, kind of like I guess maybe an unrecognized hero behind the scenes who's been one of our best recruiters and doesn't quite get that recognition is the assistant, or I guess GA, for the DBs, Garen Duhart. Hopefully I pronounced that last name correctly. But it's his 5th, going into his 2nd year at Ohio State next year. He's a GA with the DBs. And like I've noticed that all the recruits, like right now, Ohio State's got 3 5-star DBs currently committed. They all are always like tweeting at this coach. They're always it, like, and on 24/7, I mean, I know 24/7 is not the most accurate, but Garen Duhart's always listed as a recruiter for all these guys, and I would assume that this dude is just always texting the DB recruits.
Sorry. Just in general, whenever something happens for a team, especially it's been notable with Ohio State, right? They always go like boom, right? Like they do like the boom tweets or like the I tweets or whatever, right?
Yeah.
All I want is for one of those times when they're doing the boom tweet, we just landed something. Instead of tweeting that, I want a big justice. I want a big justice.
I'll talk to my guys. I'll talk to my guys. I'll see what I can.
Yeah, that is just all I could ever ask for. But
I'll talk to my guys.
Yeah, get those contacts in there. With that though, thank you guys so much for watching, listening, rate us 5 stars. You can find us on Spotify.
There's just one last thing I gotta say.
Okay, all right, it's important. It's important.
I'm repping a Ronaldo jersey today. Ronaldo, if anyone paying attention to the Euros a little, he actually had.
You're talking about the PK, right?
Yeah, he missed a penalty in extra time. That would have won the game. Like if he bared that penalty, they wouldn't have gone to penalties afterward. The game would have just been done. He misses that penalty, Everett. I'm not sure if you saw, but he immediately starts bawling his eyes out. And keep in mind, the game was not over. Okay, there was still game left to be played, and he immediately starts bawling his eyes out. Now I understand that was literally the worst miss in his career. You cannot miss a penalty when you're known as penalty god, Penaldo, and you miss a penalty. No, that's not going to fly. But Everett, real quick, can you think of a memory of any professional athlete crying their eyes out in game? The game is still, there's still game left to be played, and they are bawling their eyes out in game.
Denver Broncos Super Bowl.
In game.
Okay.
I immediately thought No Sean Moreno, but in game, and I thought of Nick Sirianni, but in game.
With games still to play.
I cannot think of a single moment.
Well, does LeBron's whining kind of count?
Bawling your eyes out in game. I cannot think of a single example. I think that's the only one I've ever seen.
No, not with games still to be played. Yeah, like at the very end, yeah, but not when they still
ends, you lose. Yes, but in game, there's still 15 minutes left. You just
and we're not talking like injury doesn't count. Like it has to be literal turmoil from performance
or anything. Yeah. No.
Now look, I have experienced players crying and seen players crying, but I've seen in game, when like they're not playing well, like they might get subbed out or something. Like there's a player that I know from a while ago, predating my time, that shit his pants and started crying on the sideline. Because
you get an excuse from me. That you get an excuse.
No, he shit his pants because he was anxious about him playing so poorly.
Okay.
That's not like I ate too much Chipotle. No, that's I just shit my pants because I'm really not doing well. And then started crying. But like I have heard about it. I've seen it happen before, but like from a video standpoint of broadcast
on that scale, like a star.
No, not on that not on that scale, and not on a broadcast like that. No.
Yeah.
So
I just want to point that out. I was like, I don't think I've ever seen a star ball their eyes out like that.
Definitely not the star player, by the way. Like, you want to talk about leadership? Like, that's telling your team, oh, we're fucked. That's what it tells me.
No, like, your leader is telling everyone, like, I've given up. I've accepted defeat after that.
And they still won the game.
Mm-hmm. Their goal was he literally saved 3 straight penalties.
No, that if you want any more reason why
face on a piece of currency in Portugal.
If you want any more reasons why Messi is the GOAT over Ronaldo, there you go. There you go. But with that, thank you guys so much for watching, listening, rate us 5 stars. You can find us on Spotify, TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, and on Instagram at WaterboyPod. You can follow me and Grant on Twitter at Everett Takes and at WaterboyGrant. We post new episodes every Tuesday and Thursday on YouTube and all podcast platforms. So make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications so you don't miss a single episode. We also post on TikTok and on Instagram every week, so make sure to follow us there for exclusive content. And we'll see you guys next week's episode. Happy 4th of July. Please don't blow your fingers off. Waterboys out.